Martin Sembebre, haircut, hairdo. So Ghana for Mutieme. Martin Sembebre, haircut, hairdo, hair smart. Bro, for a boy, ana pape ekasa efa Ghana sika samohono. Me mami nyane kakra bi short mamo na sebe yenua no ma monte brofo ne ade no a omoti radio so TV so twa montra media ne mpese obenya abotra chechire mu akire mo no mami fa be 5 minutes na me ma obi enhu bebia ye wo na adekodie ntia me betena me kase ko yiwu sika o bank o chena o so koyi mentie kwase ampanyi no ti radio so ka che so we die MPP be ye bibie ni wa MPP betuma ye kufuado ewie Ghana na brofo na papa ne kan nyina ne se IMF for every share in kratem no who say eka amene Ghana chance bie ni wa ye betumi etua ye ka because eka ya boguo a amene ya yeda ho bobiguo no there is no way ye wo sika bi da baby e betumi de tutua ho ka na say Ghana government Ghana aban ne person on IMF kotena eye table ho na yawo bibia for IMF program na yeye ntutuye bi ma yehwe senia ye betumi etua ye ka e wa brochire ni Ghana now the amount asem ne yehu nyina na say eye Ghana ne yete no IMF wo program bi anasa nhihye bi wo ho a say IMF betuma so pa aboa wo pa ma osika sam toto o de kakra ba mo aboa e kire e ka wo de no uchem eye ohamu inchemu edionum 50% uchemu mienu a obedu level yesi an ye wo over 100% ya boka mana mene ye ame ka kire wo se mesrewo uye yonti na mese ochina kakra na da ho no ko bank ne ko bisa mo se sheda ko mo de ochina mo sheda ko bank se me pese me yisika we beti de o meka kire o de unjimi ndi a ochina no pa sorry na call bank na ka say oh me pese me yi me sika no mu sei ana me yi ni nyina tie de o meka keke ho na bo so akoma beba soro wo de ochina mo yan sete mo amobeko mo nya videos na mo famre go to your bank and say me sika 100,000 20,000 me pese me be yi mu 80% e bia ma me 150,000 tie de o meka kire 99% of you am beba mo di sum ene beba ochina mo me nyina nya sa test we bi ochina obi anko ne bank na ka say me be yi me sika na mo ka do sika yes na ka say we be yi se tie de o meka kire the economy is on its knees. We are done. We need to vote wisely. We need to put tribe aside. We need to start asking questions and demanding reasonable answers. Obiat me ma answer. Answer ya diverse beto so na yenkwasi for answer. We are talking money, we are talking figures. Give me the answer. Kano forata ekufuado gabe ochidakon bamti omo wiya musike nyina akogu UK. Omo da ko gugu islands Seychelles ni ade omo mbumo omo so mo jimi me de ompe masem ba uyi okoduru a obetuma tan okoduru ba ne mirika de wa woni musembolt and de meka no kra kiro. For a very long time, my name is Tim Kase. We were not going to speak about Ghana media again. Me catch them team no. Say it is not necessary to be on the media in Ghana. But recent happenings actually say the media houses 90% and a journalist 90% in Ghana omuna omobuama ufuriata eni kufuado area Ghana for. And I'm saddened because Ghana drew in Pempensobia. We need every person who calls himself a journalist or a media person or every institution that calls itself a media house to help salvage this nation from this mess we are getting into. Over the weekend, tape will be by. Tape in the buy, no. It wasn't the tape anybody in government has denied. Now, a audio, a gentleman we are your friend. No. Let me put his picture on the screen. this gentleman, he was on the tape speaking. Now, gentleman we or your wine, your friend Mr. Samuel Arkhurst, and I say Arkhurst. Open so use phonetics na ARK Arkhurst. Now, this is the man na okasa ewo sa audio nim. Na efa de ho. Na efa Ghana ho. Na efa Ghana sika samon toto ye ho. Na efa ensema sebio eye aban no efre nipa bi ko hye kokoam all catch mo a e was sansem no ye ne Ghana for na obi besie ye stakeholders Ghana sikasem ye na efa ye ho ye na ye to e ma Ghana sikasem gina no. We are supposed to know all these things. We Ghanaians are not supposed to be kept in the dark when it comes to ye sikasem hyehyeye. Now we all heard this man speak on audio. Na a programmer aban edikoti kwan bi so hyehyeye efre eye Bank of Ghana for nipa efre eye the finance minister omo nyina ko hia ene omo a ye from odin bi from say ye from fund managers and I say eye financial institution managers. Now fund managers ni yankofo bi a omo no hwe bank ne ye insurance companies so sebio banks and insurance companies any omo hwe eye some kind of insurances so Ghana no omo na sebio Ghana fo sika dodo no ne bulk no e form nsem. Na omo sika no enye sika ekuta omo sika omo de sebio omo wure akɔhye aban mu a omo de sa sika na kɔtɔ aban BBF friend bonds. Now because omo nje system ni ndi no omo gidi say aban ya aban ngu aban de udo wure hye mu a into these financial institutions are sebio me na wodi sika kɔtɔ omo bank your treasury bills your pension fund your bank is investment nyina no omo so any aban ni na ye adwuma inti ye ne sika no omo de akɔtɔ tumi bi wa aban mu aban sika semu a sebio aban na kuta sika na omo so any ye di dwuma inti den na ye ne ayama omo sika so omo fa di dwuma ma ye a ende omo ne aban dwuma hwe ye sika sam so ama ye so kan ye investment ana say ye mfa so no den na aban ene sankofo ye ko hia kokoam na nsem a wo se yete ma ye ne a ye investors ana say stakeholders ana say ye ne Ghana fo a ye ne sa ndwuma ikoi edi adwuma no ye hu de ye ne ankase be another decision to take next. Now audio we ye audio a Bank of Ghana penny for eso eba bontene ebe kasa ewo event na se na Ghana for ho aban penny for finance minister ho enye kukuamu a chese ende oba menye sure se finance minister beba bontene be catch us sa audio we a oboyi enye ye nea ya anya no Ghana nipa boni ni bi na or impersonate and answer what doctor tape bi and na opeso gu enim ase in the sa audio we ba no abontene na den na wo audio we mu na Ghana sika samon toto ye de was Ghana ye ansana IMF program no krampo no ya atum na audio ni mu no brofo ma me din ka kire mu twi kakra ansana ya bo audio ni nyina papa we a friend no Mr Pancast kire Ghana sika sam baby a yedu de was ye ene amane a ye wo mu now na yɛte Ghana krom ha ɛna nsɛm bi bebree baaye ɛma nipa bi kasa fa nsɛm no ho media houses ɛfa nsɛm no ɛde yɔmo banners front pages na adɛnti na ɛndɛ deɛ yɛnya audio of Ghana for sika sɛm a nipa bi kasa a wabɔ ne din a yɛnim sɛ finance minister kwa kasa no den na ende Ghana for sika sam toto ye abeye problem a ya nhwe ne ye a ye sika da bank ne insurance money sin ya bayira media house bia ni Ghana wa bossa audio no sesi ade o ma ye ne se audio na also mo bo ma wote wo wasum na omo chirechire mu kire wo no omo mbo audio no but omo betena radio so a na omo pese omo tutu anoma be kire wo se aboa ba nie enti omo betena radio so a na omo ka asama fa Ghana sika asem tutu ya asɛn nanso video audio nankasa ɔwɔsa wa wutie na wutie free say Bank of Ghana no ɔmumbo audio nti busa ho sa adentra. No media house in Ghana has played that audio. Now, me person me busa media houses, any journalist around say, is this how we fight for the people? Ye jumana ye signing up say ye no. Is that how we have is that what we tell the people we're going to do? Because we can't imrebi time Dormaahene ye president. In Zambia na nke here say media for ebe discuss abe bo mu TV so radio so they did it. Some they didn't even have the audio. Majority of the things they see Mahama Bresso they share Mahama Kong ye cartoon so radio for ni media for nyina kan ye e de your first page bibia or radio so no. Majority 99.9 they didn't have an audio, they didn't have a video. They all said yati the one for remember dear it is true. And it goes back to this and sana yabebo audio no. You guys remember this. Investigate further into Vicky Hamer's tape. Emil shocked. This is all the way in 2013. Vicky Hamer, no Mahama appointee. She was having her casual conversation. And she made some statements. And the issue is, if Vicky Hamer, that day, if they had investigated her and her accounts, nobody could have come out to say, we are a Bansika. If Vicky Hamer, some investigating in ABC former, there was nowhere anybody said Vicky Hamer area 10 Ghana citizens from the government of Ghana. But people like Emil Short, these things came out. And Emil Short pounced on it. Emil Short is still in Ghana. What is happening today is Ghana Sikasem. And how normal young Ghanaians, Ghana for a year Juma, almost pensions, Sibia baby ghanaeducation ne a year a ban with the Sikasema question. Today, nobody is willing to say, let's play this on TV and on radio. Emil Short, he said we should further probe Vicky Hamer. No many evidence. It was hearsay. But Emil Short and Ghana for and the media houses, Peace FM, they placed it on their website. This is the same Ghana we are in. Imbrebi bae. Emil Short yasa Joy News omo peki investigate Vicky Hamer's tape. This man called Emil Short. Ayawaso West Wagon Commission no ka ho. Onye nipa ketwa. FX committee no ka ho. Onya kwara onya bodamfo. Ose ye friend penyini a oye honest. Joy News for Tamaye as a media house they placed it there. And they made the world know. The audio, they could not even authenticate until maybe Vicky Nankasaba until Mekaye. So as we speak here, media houses upon media houses, when issues come, what to do. Today, the question here is, are they in that tape? Every single media house in Ghana has refused to play it. Because the man who spoke in the audio, no, Onjina Bebianka say enyo. So the question here is, the media in Ghana, what is stopping everyone? It is only loud silence media, and I put this audio out. So, me busa the respective media houses in Ghana and the journalists. Then today we are not fighting for Ghana again, and nobody can hide behind this is not authentic. Nobody, because the person who was speaking in the audio has admitted and the government has admitted. So why is it that you don't want to put it out? Because mon pese Ghana for better in summer omoka behind the scenes to show us for the next 10 to 15 years no Oforia Tamwa say Ghana. Emma yen to me nyashi yesika kakra da bank so aban pese ofasa sika no. I think that the media houses are not doing it. Imbrebi bae Ghana Web. President Mahama buys 5-star hotel in United Arab Emirates. Sir Asemo 2014. Nobody had evidence. Nobody had a picture. Nobody had a document. Nobody had anything on Dormaahene and the dining. But most media houses placed this. Dormaahene was president. Even the ones you didn't have pictures, you didn't have nothing. You were able to put it on Ghana Web, and the audio is out. The people who spoke in the audio is the finance minister and Bank of Ghana rep. Deny. What is stopping all of you from Wine to Wine, Joy News to City News to Angel to in minute? What is stopping you people from playing the audio for Ghana for to hear? Captain Smart, Obi, Asempa, Omahene Kobra Sante, what is stopping you from making Ghanaians hear the audio? Some time came. NDC Guinea fowls flew to Burkina Faso and never returned. Bawumia says Sada has no legacy. Joy News. Did we ever? Ghana Niben who said Guinea fowl will be too. They did not put anything in inverted commas. So I say NDC's Guinea fowls. Joy News did not have evidence. They did not have audio. They did not have video. They did not have anything to prove to Ghanaians to say there's something I friend Guinea fowls I NDC for their etuko. But Joy News confidently published this in 2020. I didn't say now Mahama air sabe contest for election 2020. So my question is simple. What is stopping you people from speaking or showing the people the evidence for them to deduct and make their own deductions and know where we are heading? Because the man I showed you his picture, your friend, Mr. Pankerstueno, he has not denied. He said no, it was an event no organizing secretly. No, he has not denied it. The finance minister has not denied it. So is it deliberate? Because who media house be our Ghana, what boss audio for Ghana for Ankasa to hear for themselves and make their own decisions. You people are discussing it, but the facts are there. So what is stopping you? Let's listen to the audio. We are na machira de kudientia Ghana na wotinde no me say manko yi musika 2 weeks musika nyina abehye. On send moko MTN officer yesu sika kem onsan kan biem. Me say me mamu 2 weeks. Usika bia wesie o bank bia abehye. Mamon kasa ya nkankyere mo. Ma kwasiampanyi bia ntena baby nkase or ya politics be say savings no ni nyina abehye under these fools. When I go into radio and TV for you person boss audio no, because it will tell you clearly your status. Omunim ena omunyina nim se Ghana for omon person be ka omekire mo no kre no. Ya be kan brofo or kan brofo obi nya botre no ntie. Ewi a afie be mu ohun be bia ye wo na me ni media for no edi nkomo. Let's listen to the audio.
We keep the banking institution strong and robust. And it's in our interest to, because the next 3 years, we're not going to be able to go to the capital markets. So there's no question that we have to make sure that we have a strong financing substructure here to be able to finance ourselves during that period. But it's going to take some doing to be able to get to the landing zones that we've talked about. And we really have no option but to get sort of the IMF stamp of approval, which then begins to give us, that type of confidence and credibility for friendly sovereigns, etc., to be able to help with more concessional financing and also the fund and the bank itself to front load the support that they want to give us. So yes, we will give it to Director Sam Alkes to then send us through what we expect to do an announcement on Monday, and then we'll take some questions from you and comments actually, so that we hold up. Mr. Governor, thank you.
Thank you very much, Honourable Ministers, Governor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Considering the peculiarity of today, I will try and summarize the direction of the PSA, and then we'll give some very detailed direction on the debt treatment, as we saw in the Minister's budget statement that as we read. The debt sustainability analysis. Now, when you look into the debt sustainability analysis, it looks both at two things, what you call the solvency and liquidity. The solvency expresses the debt, which is as a ratio of the GDP. So that shows the ability or the strength of debt liability leading to economic activities. And the expectation is that the debt growth should engineer or keep growth to go up. I'll give you the figures that relate to that. Then what the Honourable Minister mentioned was the liquidity. The liquidity is what pays for the liability. So again, when you look at the debt service to revenue, it's gone about 2 or 3 times the prudential levels, which was what the Minister mentioned as 18% of our revenue. We're higher than that on all accounts. So as the Minister mentioned, that we can't close our eyes to these metrics. The answer is the debt sustainability analysis puts all of this together and provides an opinion of how sustainable the sovereign's debt is. Now, we've done our own internal debt sustainability analysis using the IMF because it's a condition in going into an IMF program. And the results indicate that we are high debt distress and unsustainable. Now, the debt sustainability analysis framework takes good cognizance of a forward-looking macroeconomic fundamental of 10 years. The budget that was read, you see maximum 3 years or to 5 years, but in this case to 10 years. So if our debt is unsustainable, then it means that when you combine all the macro fundamentals at the baseline, you flex it with shocks, 10 years horizon will still not put us down onto sustainable levels. Again, for Ghana, by our metrics and performance, we are a medium performer when it comes to debt carrying capacity. What it means is that you hear people saying 70% debt to GDP ratio. That is for a high performer. 70% present value debt to GDP ratio, debt carrying capacity, are for countries that are extremely strong in terms of their macro fundamentals. In our case, in Ghana's case, that debt carrying capacity is 55%. Now, in the debt sustainability analysis framework, we don't use only the central government debt to GDP ratio. So again, when you go to the budget statement, you go to Appendix 10A, and then various sections in the budget, and then what we see announced in the monetary policy documents and the Ministry of Finance documentation, you see debt figures there as a ratio of GDP. That debt constitutes what we call central government debt. So debt of the central government, ministries, departments, and agencies, is not debt of the SOEs, is not debt of the MMDAs, is not debt in any entity that government has a holding in, and is not debt in the broad definition of liabilities for payments. But when it comes to debt sustainability analysis, we add all of them. We add even outstanding payments to some of the contractors that you may be having. We add all of them. When you put all of that together, the debt to GDP ratio, which in the budget was about 76% on central government, is more than 100% of GDP. 100% of entire economic activity in 1 year. Now, that on all grounds provides a position that we need to come down from the 100 plus to 55%. Now, on an IMF program, typically you see a 3-year horizon. But again, can a country adjust a debt stock from 100 to 55 in 3 years? The answer is no. So the maximum that you can have is up to 5 years. So when you see coming down to 55% in 2028, is because that will be the limit of the 5-year horizon. Now with that in place, what can we do? Currently you can see the macroeconomy has flipped down south. You see inflation, you see interest rate, you see exchange rate. And that combination has had a spillover into the financial sector. And I'm sure I don't need to reiterate that to you. It's quite a very illiquid market now. So there's a spillover effect, and we need to address it. Using the macro tools has a limit. The macroeconomic activities, if we decide to even go on a zero budget deficit, the nearest we can come down will be around the 90s. In 10 years' time, we will not be able to bring over the 100 down to 55 even over 10 years, not even over 20 years. So macro adjustments will have to take place. And what we have is a 10-year macro adjustments of a primary balance that will anchor the fiscal sustainability of not less than 1% over the entire 10-year period. So I now will present to you the details of the debt treatment. First of all, you're all aware of the fragmented bond environment that we do have. For the debt treatment to be successful, we are going to put together all the existing debt stock that we hold domestic as one exit bond and spread them or exchange them for 4 new bonds, 4 only. So all the bonds we hold now would all be translated in equal proportion into 4 bonds. And those 4 bonds will have the following maturity levels. The first one will be 2027, 2029, 2032, and 2037. These 4 bonds, 2027, 29, 32, and 37, with a weighted average life of around 10 years. Now, within these 4, how do we allocate the existing bonds? Now, bonds will be not treasury into them. Now, they'll be done in this allocation formula: 17% into the 32, 70% into 2027, 17% into the 2029, 25% into the 2032, and 41% into the 2037. So 17, 25, 41. So for example, if you have, let's say your portfolio is 100 Ghana cedis in all the multiple bonds instruments that you have, what it will mean is that 17 cedis will go into 2027, sorry, and then 17 cedis will go into 2029. You will have 25 cedis going into 2032, and then you have 41 cedis going into 2037. Now, this is for payments annual, that will be 2028 and 2029. For the 2032, because the size is big, for 25%, that will be for 3 years. So it will be paid out in 3 equal parts, 3 annual years, ending in 2032. Then the largest portion is in the 2037. That's 41%, right? So there we'll pay out in 5 equal parts. So it will be paid in that order. So what that means is, as the stock is reducing, because you're doing a payout, the interest component also will be reducing accordingly. When you put the two together, from 2026, you'll see a payout that will be looking like liquidity that is constant across the horizon. That has combined a bit of the stress test that has been done by the central bank and other regulators here, that would ensure that there's a balance onto the financial sector. Now I'll go from that into the interest design. The interest is not fixed across the maturity profile I've given you. In 2023, which is next 3 weeks, the interest for all the 4 bonds in 2023 annual is 0. In 20, because the next year will be better. In 2024, it will be 5%. In 2025, it will increase to 10%. And for the life of the 4 bonds, it remains at 10. So let me repeat: 0 in 2023, 0 in 24, 0 in 2023, 5, 24, and 10, 25, and for the rest of the 10. And this applies to all the 4 books. With this structure put in place, it still doesn't bring us to the landing zone. The best it can do with this structure is to bring us to around 85%. So what that means is that other complementary measures will have to be added to bring us to 55%, almost 30 percentage points of GDP by 2028. Now, in terms of the coverage will be for all debt instruments issued in the jurisdiction. I mentioned the issue of the domestic. So all bonds, excluding treasury bills, will be this perimeter. That includes the US dollar that was issued in the country will be converted into cedi so it can apply to the 4 instruments. Again, it would include the Dachi and ESLA that are hinged on domestic revenue. So the coverage is applicable to all the instruments, and this is consistent with the debt sustainability analysis where the coverage is wider than the central government. So all the instruments, as aforementioned, are within this classification, but in terms of the order, it will follow a certain order in, and then it will be put into the form.
Maybe Misika o bag for no, Misika.
Usika saying a while.
Maybe 25 million, Mama, 7 million.
Well, she says this morning she's here to withdraw her money. She has 2,500 Ghana cedis here. She's been given just 700 cedis out of that amount. Okay. She said that time she was here, she came to withdraw an amount of 500 cedis. They've not given her the rest of the money. Intina Uba. She says she's a widow. She has a lot of children. But mommy, person beside say, Anyabia, who buy so by discano, and my work at all, so much to me finding now, and answer day.
Me about last week Wednesday no, and almost see can almost network into on my into me the Wednesday.
Last week that
Wednesday no into my 5 million pen and make coin.
Okay. She says last week Wednesday they were here and she wanted to withdraw some amounts, from what she saved here, but she was told that the network is down, so they should go and then come back.
And you are your Facebook no Monday. Me the Monday man Friday me by Monday.
She says they were here on Friday and then they were told to come, on Monday. So that's why she's here today to actually withdraw, her money from the bank. But the bank is not open today, and already she's very worried. Earlier we saw her.
So Ghana for Mutieme, Martin Sembebre, haircut, hairdo, hair smart. Bro, for a boy, ana pape ekasa efa Ghana sika samohono. Mama nyane kakra bi short mamo na sebe yenuane mo amonte brofo ne ade no a omoti radio so TV so twa montra media ne mpese o menya abotra chechiri mo akere mo no. Mama fa be 5 minutes na me ma obi enhu bebia ye wo. Na adekodi enti amebetra me kase ko yi sika o bank o chena o so koyi. Mentie kwasi ampanyi no ti radio so ka che so we de MPP be ye bibie ni wa MPP betuma ye AgyemangBaduI wie Ghana. Na brofo na papa ne kan nyina ne se IMF for every share en kratem no mahu se eka amene Ghana. Chance bie ni wa ye betumi etua ye ka. Because eka ya boguo amene ya yeda ho bobi guo no. There is no way ye wosi kabida baby e betumi de tutu e ho ka. Na say an Ghana government, Ghana aban ne pese on IMF kotena. Eye table ho. Na ye wo bibia for IMF program. Na ye ntutu ye bi ma ye hwe senia ye betumi etua ye ka e wa brochire ni Ghana. Now the amount some ye hu nyina na say eye Ghana ne yete no IMF wo program bi anasa hihye bi wo ho a se IMF betuma so pa aboa pa ma osika sam toto o de kakra ba mo aboa e kire e ka wo de no uchem eye ohamu inchemu edionum 50% uchemu mienu a obedu level yesi ane ye wo over 100% ya boka mana meneye e kire e ka no ye fight ema e ka no bedru ba ye sisi. Inti say the 100 Ghana. I was say to me fight can man bedru be 50 Ghana and sana IMF crab to matrase. Any aye atototo ye sikasam eno kra no en kire say anase NCP say ye sikasam toto ye betuma koye. Na me no ka say ya bro 100%. Inti room bi eni we be ma IMF etumi aboaye. And then your friend total a year set default no. Ye sikasam asay. Now, the other papa ne kan nyina ne say impempenso a yedru no de akogina nyina ne say eye sibia esika sama say a Ghana for was a bank can be betrayal. A bino akofa a ye or mamma share sika some so our bank and your mamma share insurance so or mamma share your pension funds so your pension sika ye to at home and my various institutions and the banking companies to see a bind your pes a bind the person and say a bind the kofan kofoko share kukuno catch them say a MPP a bind us say mine na ompese wo na wotifie na osika da bank na sika ni nyina ahye de adekunti ameka se sika ni nyina ahye ne se obi beka se na financial institution me bank de so wo ho me insurance company de wo eye den na aban sika sama se am insurance company wo ho me start me ka kire say insurance companies no any fund management no eye so bank kintikiti ne car insurance companies ne sanko for life insurance for no any pension fund for no omo edumre bi na omo ntumi predict market no enti omo de omo sika na omo gi wo ho nyina so share aban sikem sene be omo nim se aban de aban gina na so se sebio ensem sisi na turbulence bi ba kora se sika sam basa omo ni sa aban de omo tumi de omo ni ato aban so enti omo sika dodo a na moko bank wo 1000 akoto utumi nyamfa so 2 Ghana cedis interest ni ade no ni nyina na Bank of Ghana na omo ni omo di djuma enya sika mamo. To say, I can say, Bank of Ghana no sika na ho. Dollar na se, omo dini na dankralization. Na di abane peso yesisi ane se. Eti se di AC bro for panika nyina no, enem redi e bi na de pa. Di panika nyina ne se, eti se di omo di aye me kwakwa anase wo won ne ba nam 1 Pro Max. Na utie me ma mincheche mu nkyerɛw. Ghana ban e wadamfo. And now about how Bobby 500 Ghana and 100 Ghana. So that's why into your G 100 no akoye no manu be here no. Oh hano sabaye and obeji 200 Ghana. And I like this write up somebody just did, and it makes it easy. That's why I'm using. I'm giving the credit goes to the gentleman who did that write up. No, your friend no a year. I need to give credit to this person, Salom Branty. I'll find it and post it. Now onyonkono. Asaba na wabeji 200 Ghana so nyoma bi hian pa nti waba ho besia isi ano sen no 200 300 Ghana also tell say sika nko ne besia no saa sika no insi hu e wo ho na wo beti no na wadamfo no a wo se ne ho kyere no odi sika ne ye party odi bie na odi bojantra oba no o saa nipa no bo ho besia no wasaba biem abeka che so oh wo de man 500 Ghana inje say odoka 100 odoka 200 osadoka 500 ubehwe no nipa no ni suban na owom na ese sika no onsesa he sa nipa no so beji sika we nyina wo ontuamu sika na obeji kura 100 200 no sa sika na kashe fe principal no ontuaye ena insi hu no so ontuaye enso da bia nipa yi obo preman Ghana situation no now one day wo hwa na nipa yi odo okay ya man 100 200 500 also ko betua nsi hu no se tua sika na wo de bond besia na nkasa no wasa aba wo ho also ni bibi yesi ade ma 1000 de mpesa me yesi ane ne se sika na wo de ama me ni nyina no also me tua nsi hu no saa sika ni nyina no se sia no mintua na ma me 10 years na me mfentua saa sika no na de be ne se sika na wo de ma me ankasa ye 100 200 500 no ene fe the principal no saa sika ne de mintua ni nyina amaw na interest ne kwa wo se metua no after 1 year na that's asika 100 200 300 no interest ne kwa mpo de mintua kra because me ni kapre ena de wo sade ma me afiri wankasa obotom no kra mpo no eno so kra mpo no mintua 100 metua 30 Ghana 200 metua 40 Ghana 500 metua 30 Ghana na saa nipa ne kasa asem no on check say bia the next 10 years no ebia economy de besesa ebia wo so sidan ebia wo so session sika say into on consider 10 years no de beto ono de ne bra na obo ne pre man sem na oyeye no or expect say wo na wan feel saa de na o feel ye no saa party oyeye na oji wo sika no opese wo so esa ete wo sika so e man bon bra eno na Ghana for aban enimo ye. This government was borrowing na omo besia upon besia na mo catch from say hey ehu aban we entiemo and the papa ni kan nyina akosi ni say 2023 ayebesimi next 2 weeks no Wow, sika da bank biya no emfaso bia maso. Unya interest biya. Into the whole of 2023, over 20,000 Ghana, 50,000 Ghana, 10,000 Ghana, and ya de obenya 1 cedi atoso. Na de eya humti wo mu no say, sa 2023 sikana unya 1 cedi, one kasa principal na koto say 100 Ghana na 10,000 Ghana no. Say oh sa akwaji a omuntumi nya 10,000 Ghana ne ma. Sa 10,000 Ghana no so no, ye beti so. Ebi a wuntie de America, anytime say ochina, ko ne ko yu sika. Ghana aban papa ne brofo na okanyina no say bibia Ghana aban abeduru no ye sika sama say no wo Ghana ni na wo anya wo fault a wo tua wo to wa ye obi bia so ye no and wo police ni no wo civil servant no wo fire service ni no wo soldier ni no wo sika na sebio ye tua wo ka no o say ende wo ko bank akogye from 2023 we nyina wo nya nsihu bia. Now we see kakura na da friend principal no o sa kwaje 10,000 Ghana na ye nya 10,000 Ghana ma ento na ma ameni su no because ma ameni sika da ho no ene na friend principal no interest no we nya emfaso no we nya dia ye ne dia na nkasa no so okoya ya sa koma na 700 Ghana. It is a wood team manaju ya we na ebeto mu sika na obi beka say eh na somewhere they ato aban me dey send to me bank e ko ni mo bank me bank e ko jaki bank me dey me bank we na adwuma me chire de ma asem we yehu. So for that catch will say fund na almost enkamo enka Ghana for enkamo no omoboa de omo ye no decision omo take it today no e wo the final consumer when e be count na e be den na account ma me chekire mu nchiro. So we seek at the bank na say bia we teacher ni we fire service ni we soldier ni, this is what is going to happen. Almost offer bibi to say nurse for, soldier for, teacher for, engineers. Eye Ghana for accountant general tua boka ye tua obia kafa bank. Ghana ni bia tua boka Ghana bia tua kafa bank. Remember, at this point the banks all have their bile at the Bank of Ghana. Banks right now they are dealing with the government. Sikana ashe no banks ni sikana ashe. So bank ni sika ashe u sika ashe. Now, what makes it dangerous? Mamenya the basic magana ni be utieme. So abani catcher say, haircut na abano, sikana amount for home bechire mo no, mo de Ghana for mo nka ho, uti bills nka ho, o treasury bill nka ho, omo boa, o ma de kro, mameka be bincho. Say, u save your bank, na sa bank no, ene the Bank of Ghana na ye adwuma. Say Ghana Football Association. Esika some say and all the divisions that are working with the Ghana Football Association, Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, all the coast divisions now, at the end of the day, omutia dues, Edema Ghana Football Association. Se and the Ghana Football Association echo bankrupt. All these football associations now back together to form the Ghana Football Association. They will all lose money because you need to understand. Say it is through donations and the sustaining Ghana Football Association. Sika omutia as football clubs, omutia as dues, omutia as player registration. When it goes to Ghana, respective divisions now. Division 1 clubs ni na omutia registration fee and some kind of dues be to Division 1 club association, Division 1 board, Division 2 for so to momo. Now all these divisions they end up pushing the money to the Ghana Football Association. Now when Ghana Football Association takes a hit, that the respective division boards will take a hit because omunye scanning free or emetom confetim entuyama clubs no. Now what is going to happen is the respective clubs will get a hit, and the respective clubs are you, the GF and the government and the government of Ghana, the Bank of Ghana now osikasem no asay na affect small banks and financial institutions Now say the Bank of Ghana take a hit automatically. Those fund management, banks and insurance companies, they would automatically take a hit because majority of them, their investment is with the Bank of with the Bank of Ghana. Now, when those insurance company and asset management funds, when they take a hit and they are not getting the needed monies from the Bank of Ghana, who is going to take the next hit? Who the clients? And they say, oh, for that time, but now, no catcher will say, would you not take a hit or boy because so kind of directly you will be chasing the banks for your money. And internet, the government has drafted a language. Haircut is not going to affect your interest. It is not going to affect your treasury bills. Obwa, because you have invested it through a second party, party on the Bank of Ghana, on the binding the. So technically, you will be hit. The final consumer, that is you, the final client, that is you, you the final the consumer who product and yedi this ejuma we no wona unya unfaso and intina omode fund managers any insurance companies near the ekoshe kukom ka kire say this is what is happening, but mu make sure say in some way mba abontene in some way mba abontene idea nyina saying lie to your people, don't give them what they want, because when they are asking for all their money, when you come to us Bank of Ghana and the government of Ghana, there is no money, there's going to be chaos. And intina moka be haircut. But you are the final consumer who now be take a hit. And intina banker, because your fund managers, your banks, and those people, they don't have cash, they don't have money. The Bank of Ghana does not have a dime. So there's no way you are going to get your money back. Now remember, banks run on interest. Sikebia go to bank bia, insurance company bia, fund bia, interest and a massa bank survive. They don't have money. It is your money and the interest it will yield that will put them in business. It is those banks and fund companies, your money na dahono and to me yield the interest that they are what defunct. To me bia. Inti dia make catch Ghana ni a your money is going every single day. Go out there, kwa jiwu sika. Sa uko na sa treasury bills, and na sa DN fund, or insurance fund, anywhere, sue the bank. Fa court. Make sure you get your money, because at the end of the day, nobody contacted you. Ghana for omusika, funds, any adeno in the various fund managers institutions. Ghana government, any Bank of Ghana did not talk to them. Because so from tomorrow, whatever you are saving at the bank, go and take it, because your money is not secured. The banks cannot promise you or chinechi and interest you seek at the bank $20 million, 10,000 Ghana. Now say the whole of 2023 untuminya peso so seek at the whole day. And yet because as time goes on, it appreciates. Usika the whole day. And the Kojis can never fire or one ba. And the Kojis can never say, and the Udi Edia Ye Juma or Wankasa Winsem, because I was sick at the bank for a whole year, not one person, but that's why. Now Wankasano, I would so sick at that baby, because the probabilities of Usikano, Obiba Tamdi Abi, so high on Sakra and Cambium, and Nintina may catch them say, go out there, go and take your money. Ko you will seek mean to me any other explanation beyond you. Mean to mean break BBR down to the simplest form where NAM1 Pro Max times 10. Where a men's gold no mudi dimono. Where nyame be you, where nye quotation. Odu sika na to bank na quotation and naso. Ko bank of our idea I need my money, because it is your right to demand for your funds. Na teacher for ne abandonment form dwen say ade we income no na mo mobo, because you people are going to take the biggest hits. Teacher for fire service for, soldier for, police for, you people, your money, it's going to get to a point salary kramon sanka. Your salaries mo principal mo sika nkasa o salary be to bank na so okoje na o yi bia to a on sakrampo enka interest no intejuma no o ya akohe o ye adwumegu. Ghana is a Ponzi scheme now, and nanaakuffoaddo. Masa, mama mo munjimi mo Ashantehene mi nuanom na muguo na mudi musika nyina kogu bank say ye de emba me se won tuma sika no me ma 2 weeks e be hye. Ya kan bedru ha. Na mudin say ya agro. Me, I'm just going to tell you. Ghana no ahye Akuffoaddo ne DrBawumia oforiata alankash omu gukru no. IMF say we cannot recover for till about 10 years after. 10 years. And sana IMF crab to make say we mu there. Ye sika sema say. flatigo. Asay esi atofom ye nisika. Mama manko for brofo na adamo. Mama mfa radio journalist for nkwasiafo bi enda adamo. Anytime nya abotra aye dwuma we anadwe. Ohu hiame. Odwuma a wo ye hiame. Mahama any NDC fo agimi kura ne yehu bibi say da wo. Yehu bibi say da. Since 1978 o se dien ebesi ne. This is the first time I we see Ghana. Omni solution. Omo be wiamo, omo be kumu. More pressure beba. We are looking at 10 years over. 10 years over. Nanaakuffoaddo with this saying. Na MPP Freddie Blair with this saying. 10 years na Kennedy Japan with this saying. 10 years na a year MPP penform di money muti or more radios no more this saying. Now mo ma he. And when I'm a person me catch no omo usam Jimmy. Asem we abroche krobi anke kroja dem. Ka eja dem. This where people's savings. Me say 10 years Nanaakuffoaddo age you know this and we woo. 10 years na Keroforiata we woo. 10 years na omo kan ho nyina omo Jimmy mo no mo nyina wu. Take action. Don't make these fundamental mistakes. These people, they have finished you. Kakrana kano, go out there and take it. The media, I'm just going to make them, me say, from ende kono, otis obi ka some radio swa, tien tra, enyumre no yeni ebeba, abekano kura natural. I'm not going to go after the media men, the media houses. Masa, omo kan ho enankofo edi abedru ha. So when you are soaking information, nyabotre. Tie no kura no de beboa brabo he ye statica say me catch them say it is your own benefit, you nankasa your betterment decision papa obe take no and the juma mu di ye obra mo boy nyina kwase binti ni nyina hye. And these are the things we've been talking about from day one. Right now me know to ye nim time a Ghana sika sembe over 15 years ye ni kapre. So ask yourself, and then still you are supporting these fools. I am telling you, there should be a referendum against these people. Now, so won't you cry? You see, 10 to 15 years and son is sick as samayi. Go for we are best say no. 10 years Nanaakuffoaddo this saying. 10 years now DrBawumia with this saying. 10 years now Alan Cash with this saying. 10 years in Kofo we now odi to me show muslim na and the sikani nyina omo wie dia said no omo wahi na 90% ewu why na ebebre me ne wo ene wo mba na omugu bekwai no wo mba na omugu santase no sa wo nananom na omugu Ghana no omo na ebebre cause taxes upon taxes aban we entumi kwa bontin ko bobesia biem. We are here, we need people with intelligence to lead, not fools wearing Vietnam suits. Media my catch them, I'm a messenger, and I came without a Bible or a Quran. Maybe I'm a buy and no credit tiano, and I'm a catcher. Go out there, don't listen to grammar. Main tea brofo, radio ni TV for you, Tiomoka, someone be defend the chrono. Your money is your power. Go and take it tomorrow. Sika ekuta on the chest so we nipa na we nipa. Media all time, I don't care. Pemasem, I don't care. Me did attempt to do no problem. Me anka sama se me ko heaven na me ya no na me ka kire wo se me srewo wo ye yonti na me se ochina kakra na da ho no ko bank ne ko busa mo se hyeda ko mo de ochina mo hyeda ko bank se me pese me yisika we beti de o me ka kire o de onjimi ndi a ochina no pa sorry na ko bank na ka se o me pese me yi me sika no mu sei ana me yi ni nyina tie de o me ka keke ho na bo so akoma be basro. What they are channel set it more videos na mo famre. Go to your bank and say misika 100,000 20,000 be percent be you 80% e be am 150,000 tie de o me ka kire 99% of you am beba mo di sum e na beba ochina mo me nyina nya sa test we bi ochina obi an ko the bank na ka se be yi misika na mo ka o sika yes na ka se obi yi se tie de o me ka kire. The economy is on its knees. We are done. We need to vote wisely. We need to put tribe aside. We need to start asking questions and demanding reasonable answers. Obia to me ma answer. Answer ya diverse beto so na yenkwasiafo answer. We are talking money, we are talking figures. Give me the answer. Kenoforiata Akuffoaddo Gabi Ochidakon Bamti omo wiya musike nyina akogu UK. Omo da ko gugu Islands, Seychelles ni ade ade. Omo mbumo omo so mo jimi. Me de Masem, but you could do with Martin Okudru, but in America, dear, why wouldn't you send boat and the mechanical crash? We are not asking for your monies. We have enough money to live on. We are not asking for a visa to heaven. We don't even have the application forms. We are asking a simple question. Moi, I must say, NDC, John Mahama, they are not the alternative. No, give us a name. Give us a name and give us a resume. Let us compare that person and let us compare the alternative. If the NDC and NPP are not alternatives, who is the alternative? Grant an interview. Abraham, what platform you can come and listen to my views. I'm not telling you say chin listen and take my view. No, but you should go back and say Accra, as much as I hate him, they all cano and that is what we are doing here. So nobody should think say it will be. When I started this job, every single thing got to me, and it's one of those experiences you learn. Every single thing got to me. Because I'm getting to I have to reply. Because I'm getting I have to make sure say I have send a message. Along the way, I realized that the focus should be on the bigger picture. The focus should be there. Because of me, Obit rent, and I'm glad. At least I've created one internet job, one foolish man. So I get so excited when people feast on what I do. And those are some of the things I used to buy obey. Yes, so the obey and home business and the agra damone obinimune obofomo usuno. So it's basically the same thing. If I say I'm the internet Jesus, the internet Christo, isana. It is what I do. What I have done, you will still feed on it and survive. Obi trying to rent just for putting my name in his caption. And I am not God. It is because moment, that is what it calls for. For the past few days, me tie in Sembebre on social media, on Facebook, and in fact, I don't pay attention to a lot of things. Me as a person, I don't really go on Facebook to go look for individuals to watch or shows to watch. I don't do that. Maybe my team are more hard and they will say, "Oh, boss, have you heard this? This is going on." I'm like, yeah, let them do what they want to do because it will be our platform. The way I'm our platform, you also have that platform, and you have all the right to say whatever you want to say. If I have to criticize you and you criticize me back, I don't have a problem with that, But we need to understand more especially more amanone. And I'm going to trim this down. More freedom fighters. More neutrals. More sebio Ghana bibia yedruno enyansafo ni Ghana biom mo na sebio mo nyansa mo betumi aboa amadwuma de we akoso etese me amete hai. The question to you guys and say sisi ano ye nyina ye kasa ye nyina ye ka Ghana ho nsem edie na mope. And this is a question we need to be asking yahu. We all need to ask each other. We a freedom fighter, we are neutral, we are we say Ghana politics, no umpe politics, but ope at the part of Ghana. We get it, it makes sense. We all understand that. Now the question here is, at the end of the day, what is the end game? The end game, no end is saying, oh kasa, me kasa, asimisi kasa, or benten kasa. We are all talking. We all have different topics we speak on. We all have different agendas. Now the issue here is Munyina plus including myself. Your end game is saying, I'm going to say this today on this platform. Loud Silence Media, Loud Silence TV was built to speak truth to Ghanaians, and through that we've come to that conclusion. Say between the NDC and the NPP, the NDC is better when it comes to infrastructure, when it comes to health, when it comes to economy-wise, when it comes to governance. Through our investigations, our discoveries, our exposés, we've come to that realization and conclusion. Say it is better Ghana right now is ruled by the NDC. We have gone through the two parties, their manifestos, what they have done to contribute to the development of Ghana. As a third world country, we all know, say, our basic thing we need is infrastructure to start it will propel our development. Without having basic infrastructure and also opening up the country through different forms of infrastructure, we will not get to where we are. So we need to understand. The in Sawaso, Emma Abruchiri, and I said Germany, the US, UK, be powerful. Now, we on this platform, Last Silence TV, we have made it straight and we have said it, and we are not going to change that. That between the two parties, the NDC and PP, we believe from our exposés, from Kufuor time, Atamil's time, Mahama time, Kufuor time, we believe that the NDC is more superior, much superior. It is bigger than the NPP when it comes to thinking and governance. So eba adwene edibu mind ene amabu ene senior yetoto mind dia. We here on Loud Silence TV, myself, we believe that the NDC is far better than the NPP. You have your own opinion, I understand, and I respect that. But just tell me, so me say I see the NDC a formidable side, a more advanced, a more forward-looking party that through what they have done, I can use that as my basis to say they need to, at the end of the day, rule Ghana now from 2024 or whatever. Give me your reason why you don't think the NDC does not deserve it. Now, the reason why I just ask a simple question and say, we've seen people are passionate about politics in Ghana today. People want to be heard. Some people just want to make money. Some people are like, oh, send me coins. Some people are, oh, this is my page. I'm going to try and feed on people who are basically making the news, who are really selling something good, so they have a lot of following. They'll capitalize on the small things. There are a lot of people too on social media, but they are still trying to fit in and become intelligent. And I don't understand. I don't have a problem, because you don't have to be a graduate to be intelligent. All that you need to do is apply common sense and also learn a little bit, and then put the two together. Then you get what you want to do, to the end, to where you want to get to. Now, the question I want to ask these people, and then more social media, Debiano, Mibusamo say, from what we saw in Parliament recently, the parliamentarians at the end of the day, Ghana we all got to that point to say we know for a fact to say Kufuor and his group of family members, they have run this country down. And in our history, President Ibiam Betinaswa or the bush of Webuma Kufuor. In the history of Ghana, President Ibiam Betinaswa, corruption, Adokro Ghana, Kufuor. In the history of this country, President Ibiam Betinaswa and as a party Biamba power, Omabo Bisia a this particular government. In the history of Kufuor and as a MPP governance, we things that have been done by these people. Killing of individuals during elections, maiming journalists, going after so-called freedom fighters and people who are ready to speak truth. We've never seen anything like that. So we have done all these comparisons. The question I want to ask you people, and I say, dede amoye, dede amokasa, eba amubu, munimu fifre, eye bonka mudidem. The question is, what do you want? Tell us na yemwamo. Because if people can tell us what you want, we can also help by contributing. But muntumi shada maye any substantive reason. And I say muntumi shada maye any solid reason a say ahana moko ana ahana moko. And our social media and I say emaba social media so mabaso and we just want to ask this. Because if you are saying say NPP NDC a power, give me a reason why you the same. Give me a reason why you think say NDC and MPP are the same under this leadership. So we want Ghanaians, all that we are doing here, we are humans. But the best I can do and say and I've made my stance clear to every single individual. Say, this is what this platform stands for now. And these words are very important to me. This platform stands for now. And I say, we want the NDC to win election 2024. Because you are compared two parties, and we have made our case. So for now, this platform is an NDC platform that wants to bring John Mahama to power to continue what he didn't finish. I would love to see all the chip compounds back, working effectively. I would like to see lots and lots of roads at Dormaahene and Ofebinkan. I would like to see all the polyclinics at Dormaahene this year, and I just want to see more. I would like to see more airports in Ghana. I would like to see, say, young nurses. Every year, a school, they will get a place to work in Ghana and be paid decently. Men perceive the nurse because UK near command 1,000. Now you're treating this boy. I don't want to do that. I would like to see young teachers, we training college, work out and get to at the end be employed in e-blocks around the country. Almost enya ejuma aya omoye to say nipa. So these are some of the reasons why at this point I sit and this platform sit and say we believe John Mahama is the better option. On the better option now. Inti ya pesa mo so much reason tia adikudie ntia NPP in your option, NDC in your option. Now option no any day because whether we like it or not, this country has to be governed. This country has to be governed, and it has to be governed by a political party or a politician. So at this point, I must say what we are doing, we are not making sense. No, make sense to us. Where you are heading, because what we are seeing now is that you are all confused. And we are not going to waste our time on fools, confused souls. Because baby, I want to see Abroche, UK, America, Germany, and you see governance. You see it every single day. It reflects in your life. In fact, when you Juma cry 3 you may be so from my own person. In fact, baby, I want to know your weekly salary will not drop. Until you know what governance is. You know what you soon try that. Or light in Dumia. We every time. A coin say a flood crowd within the next 2-3 days. No, in Sonia training na Yasaya Quino. Traffic light to Duma within 24 hours. It's working. Less than that. Until what is side we to Sesibia, Mesumitimuno. So the question here is, dear na we to see and still you are still saying say the NPP and the NDC are the same. My alternative. So when to me am my right alternative, and that's when to me am my reasons why I walk say. Can you tell about them? As me see we about them and the idea you empower by way and the empower by way and the third force on the wine. Who is the third force? Who are the third forces? Who are the people you people are rooting for? Be bold and let us all think and reason together. Samodi modia bana say you musa nyansa woma. Why? Munyanipa. Why? We all follow. We just want that. Because to me, me the Debian Maka, me say the NDC is better than the NPP. Currently, I believe the NDC should control Ghana, to rule Ghana. What the NDC saying? Also, me pay. I didn't know me pay. Also, me ni I didn't know me. Se say alternative biana. Give us. Mon fambra de enchange. Did no any attempt did no and enkai bibia because at the end of the day we are living better than you. We are doing better than you. We have been able to secure a lot in life than you. So in all aspects of life, we are above you. I don't want to go into that. I mean, I don't use material stuff to judge people. No, and you'll be on your born say, you'll be on your so I don't care about those things. So I don't lower my conversation to that part, and I will no. But I want you to at least apply the common sense and yanko pon the mouth. Those called neutrals. Freedom fighters, more my alternative. We have been yearning for this. I've given you people homework. 2 months ni bibia. Give us an alternative that you think is better than the NDC. Send your 2024 ni to aba. Na ya must NPP nyeno. Ni nyina ya kwa ma sad alternative no. Because media me say the NDC John Mahama is the alternative. It's more my bibi. Dedene mwamo. Mosusa menopause at this point mwamo. This is not a time for young men like you to be having blood pressure. Na munimu pimples nya de mo kan pesa de ni biom. Ghana for epe argument a wo basis. Ye jai santitie mu no. Se sia na ahemfo no omo nsam ni ho biom ntimu nyansa mo hye na nyansa mo nka. Otumfo mi amena na ne ho nsam mba biom. Se sia no ayem dam. Se sia no munya ahemfo nsam nka biom. Munya Ashantehene ndi omatem biom. Munya Ashantehene ndi omatem. Inti I say intellectual conversational and discussional, it has become difficult. Munya idea moye no. Sa mo pese etie mo pese Ghana fo hu se munim nyansa, mo pese mo de mo nyansa boa Ghana. Endet ni ochne, mo be ma din, mo fa din beto. Maka on this platform. Majority of people might not like me, and majority of people like me. My kind of platform we so. There are senior politicians in Ghana. Your uncle form started politics, now you be crying woman. Your uncle form started politics, time nobody has been bold to say, I am better than John Mahama in Ghana when it comes to politics. None of these people. You know why? Because they know. Those people in Ghana politics today, TV so say, vote for me, I am better than Mahama. They can never do it. You know why? Because they know the person they are going to go head to head with. They know what John Mahama is made out of when it comes to politics in Africa. And you don't see or hear these people do that because almost person bears are mistaken. The moment John Mahama's CV is pulled, every CV into me engine and also. And let me tell you people here, John Mahama has never been a perfect politician. You'll find to it. John Dramani Mahama has never been a perfect politician. During Mahama's time, things went bad. During Mahama's time, we went to IMF. During Mahama's time, there were things that at the end of the day, administrative-wise, governance-wise, he did not get right. So nobody is sitting anywhere to say John Mahama is Jesus. No. And we are never going to get a Jesus to rule Ghana. But we are also not going to allow a dumb Satan to rule us. Because the advantage we have today in Ghana, and in Abuaye, this is the first time we have an ex-president contesting an election. Sankeni ex-president Anke Fahin. Anka Yesi and John Mahama ni Ghana or contested because whatever Akufo-Addo has seen, John Mahama, he's seen it 1,000 times. And the difference is John Mahama's approach to Ghana's problems when he was president, when you compare it to today, you could see there's maturity in John Mahama's approach than these idiots. And these are some of the bases that Jinaso Kachira will say. We believe at this point, if you want to sustain our democracy, John Dramani Mahama is far better. Min hiya usika, min hiya se mekuta PhD, min hiya se meka se me baucho, me yani basic ama Ghana ni bia. Look around you in the country. Mo amotia bruchi amoye third force, neutrals. Me se motima bruchi na de na muntumba Ghana because life is good. Munyina mugu Germany, mugu UK, mugu America because life is good. Life is good, life is good. Ewa bruchi Europe, America no. Enya abuwe bi nebeye yo, eye politicians. Eye nipa ene tena se dwene yesi ye we ya obi free Ghana ba untumi mbumra no so. Se yesi hospital we ya asime si free Ghana ba na oni paper kra na ne yere benyema ana obehia oba bi na oba so ni paper na onyema saa kwara na yebetumi agye na wo ama wawo afa no afa ne ba ama bema na ni agye. That is a system obi a build or Germany a wote no. That is a system obi a build or UK. That is the system we are building. And that is the system we want to see. We have given another Dankwa Akufo-Addo and the NPP so many reasons and chances. As we speak today, the NPP aim to see one regional hospital under Nana Akufo-Addo's leadership. One regional hospital. John Mahama was president less than Akufo-Addo. Make years. Akufo-Addo has spent more time as president than John Mahama. And I will refi. You do 2024 na MPP Ebu Ghana the same years and na NDC Ebu Ghana the same years. Do your analysis. I'm not going to back at you people like dogs. No, you should know better. You should know more than Sebio Yeni Animo Mofi. So this is not a time to back at you people as dogs. I'm not going to do it. But mwankasa mwantana se, mo sorry na mo di Ghana for mpeni fo atem. Na mo si Ghana for mpeni fo ejimi. Ghana for mpeni fo nimnyansa. Omo mwa Ghana. Ghana for mpeni fo bi aba. E se Kwame Nkrumah. Ehun se e wo se de okohu abroche oyebi. Ghana for mpeni fo bi ti se Kofo baaye. Wakwa abroche 1,000 times. E die na oyeye. Ghana for mpeni fo ti se Tamils baaye. Okwa abroche ko hu bibi. E die na obeyeye. Ghana for mpeni fo ti se eye Mahama baaye. Okwa abroche ko hu bibi. E die na odo be kan ye ho. E die na Akufo-Addo e de abekan ye ho. What ya abroche? Do your analysis and check. And yes, Obabetsna Hanwaka say, Ghana penifo nye, Ghana penifo Jimmy. Give me a reason why I should not vote for somebody who ruled less than 5 years in our republic. Ebin Sida to build Kotoka International Airport, to build a UGMC, to build the Northern Regional Hospital, to build railway lines, to change Ghana. We see it every day. To build all these schools. Masa, you're not president of Ghana, we see more than 5 schools. we see them around. So what should make me a young Ghanaian who has traveled to a lot of countries to sit here and say, the alternative shouldn't be John Mahama and the NDC? Why? The corruption we witnessed under NDC, they are witnessing in the NDC for Ghana for Sika. And it's a fact. You people know. It is a fact. Sika under the leadership of Akufo-Addo no. Yemfa Sika be that in the history of any president that has come before Akufo-Addo. Munim. A car ya bought under these people 6 years. President Biani and Ababian buyer wabosa kadibida. So ask yourself, what are the standards? Minjina hena menka se Akufo-Addo MPP Papa Chen John Mahama NDC. How do I do that? How do I do that as a young man? A young man who knows things, who has seen things. How do I do that? As much as I hate NDC or hate John Mahama, I cannot lower my level of intelligence and drop it on the ground to say me who dear me. No, because I expect my kids to see me as their dad who is intelligent. So and because of politics, into me lower bibia be good form. Into more bridge, I know. Germany near the other mudidi NDC for them Ghana for. Me say the question is, you people should just come with one alternative. You be per one per. I will support that person. Just give us a name. Give us a name. Give us a resume. And say, say, third force. Article 71. You ain't changing no. We mu someone yet and NDC are the same. MP. Mama ye din bako. Mofa the resume mbra. Now if you analysis ni share. Sa nipa we say ye John Mahama sinchen or no nye nyebe as a young man and woman. That's all I need. I am not asking for too much. I am not asking for a visa to heaven. I am just asking for a name. We on Loud Silence TV, we on this network, we are asking for a simple thing. Ye pedin keke. Na ye di hope ni ye bibia akudi echiri. That's all that we want. Give us something. Give us red meat. Get us angry. Let us all say yes. Way nana ye train. Way can be the third force. Way can be the alternative. That is all we are asking. We are not asking for much. And if you people are able to give us one, we will pick that person's resume and analyze the resume, put it side by side with John Mahama's resume, and then we as intelligent people will say, yes, way dear, John Mahama to me fan home and to we all need to follow this person. Ebi wen, where, mon spend a lot of your time. Mon spend a lot of your time on such things. Let the people start to know a passion. Everybody, will be our passion. But when it comes to passion and wisdom, they are totally two different things. So, people, we are not asking too much. We are not asking for your girlfriends to be our girlfriends. We have enough girlfriends to deal with. We are not asking for your monies. We have enough money to live on. We are not asking for a visa to heaven. We don't even have the application forms. We are asking a simple question. I must say, NDC, John Mahama, they are not the alternative. No, give us a name. Give us a name and give us a resume. Let us compare that person and let us compare the alternative. If the NDC and NPP are not alternatives, who is the alternative? Now, let's take care of some business here. We don't hate anybody. We have never hated anyone. Me, majority of the people who talk about me, I don't know them. I don't follow them. I don't watch them. There's one thing I have tried, and the so-called young people who want to set up their own media houses, their own podcast, they want to do what we are doing. I give people opportunities. There's one thing I try to do. What I research on, what my team we do and put here, I try to stay away from the media. Hardly do you hear me granting interviews. I don't do it. Hardly do you see me bring a politician here to speak. I don't do it. You know why? Because politicians are robots. I have to decide. I have to look into that politician, look into their decision making, look into what they told me if they are implementing to make a decision. I don't need that person to come and lie to me about things I know he's lying to me about. I become a fool. And at that point, me to make him decision, because I don't need a politician who is not delivering to come sit before me and tell me it is in the pipeline. No. I'm never going to come on anybody's platform to grant an interview. Abraham, what platform you can come and listen to my views? I'm not telling you, say, listen and take my view. No. But you should go back and say, Akrawe, as much as I hate him, they're all kano, and that is what we are doing here. So nobody should think, say, it will be. When I started this job, every single thing got to me. And it's one of those experiences you learn. Every single thing got to me. Because I'm getting to I have to reply. Because I'm getting to I have to make sure say I have to send a message. Along the way, I realized that the focus should be on the bigger picture. The focus should be there. Because of me, rent, and I'm glad. At least I've created one internet job, one foolish man. So I get so excited when people feast on what I do. And those are some of the things I used to buy obey. Yes, the obey and home business and the agra damone a year obinimune a obofomo a usuno. So it's basically the same thing. If I say I'm the internet Jesus, mena me the internet Christo, a ye mena ye frame isana. It is what I do. Mende me kwa what I have done. You will still feed on it and survive. Obi trying to rent just for putting my name in his caption. And I am not God. It is because that is what it calls for. Whatever we say here, and yet personal, I've said this on my platform over and over. Nana Akuffoaddo is older than my father. Nana Akuffoaddo, when it's got to do with him as a dad to Jan Nkrumah or his daughters, Akuffoaddo is a fine dad like I'm a fine dad to my daughters. Nana Akuffoaddo is married to Rebecca or your husband. Nana Akuffoaddo is living in his father's house. It's his property. When you move that away and you put Akuffoaddo here and say who is the president of Ghana, he's the dumbest old fool I've ever seen. Because that capacity, and 2 million the man, he needs to exhibit, say, you'll be money 2 million. So when you move his fatherly figure and his Akuffoaddo life as a parent out, Nana Akuffoaddo as a politician is the most stupid politician I've ever seen, because you cannot pick cathedral over the lives of the poor. No. So people should know where the line I draw my lines. Why didn't go deep and I want to make an assay. So it is not personal. Never. I can never walk anywhere in the world and see Akuffoaddo dying and walk away. I can't do it. Me to me that. I cannot even sit in the middle of some people that I know are saying things that are degrading my country and walk. No. I can never go see Akuffoaddo anywhere and say Akuffoaddo, when you heart attack into I'm Kevin Taylor, I don't like his style of governance into my nantetrum. I can't do it. My greatest enemy, I can't do it, because at the end of the day, Akuffoaddo is a Ghanaian. At the end of the day, he might be a bad leader, but he's a Ghanaian. He's human. But his leadership qualities makes him look like a fool when it comes to politics. And that is the line we need to draw. That is the line we, the young ones coming up, we need to draw. That is why sometimes, you get people on this platform trying to work on the conscience of people. They are trying to work on the conscience. In Koto, they are working on the conscience. Pierrot, Ransford, Black Rasta. When you see Abraham, it is working on your conscience to understand a woman, and a way, and it's something called miracle and magic. There's a difference between the two. There's a difference between miracle and magic. They are not the same. Into you people, you need to know the distinction. It's not personal. It's saving our country. Magic is forever. Miracle is forever. Magic is temporal. And that is what we need to understand. Miracle is from God. It is forever. When you see the sun hanging in the sky, that is a miracle. When you see the moon come every night, it is a miracle. When you see the stars moving every night, staying where they stay, every night they're showing up, that is a miracle. When you see the ocean go and never ends, you don't know where it ends, that is a miracle. Magic lasts for a minute and it goes away, and you need to understand that. And with that, you need brains to understand. Also, I know, drop to the level nipa punching. They can train a monkey to behave like a human being, but there's something about human beings That adwene odwinye, and that separates you from an animal. So this is not personal. This is not against the Akufo-Addo. This is not against Oforiatta. This is politics. We are trying to make you understand. So when people are given power, like politicians in more parliament, they serve us. When we are discussing the budget, that will, at the end of the day, yebehu say this kebi kwa senkre guama sebio abayi obi aka 2 weeks and 2 days mana wono yebetuma a chip compama sebio a work na adwoa yemfa into bucket mu mane nkowu no na MP eja hokọ akwakotena kata. You don't expect me to sit here and use nice words. Come Jimmy. So you people should understand what we are building. We are building, you know, the thinking capacity of the ordinary Ghanaian. We are making the ordinary Ghanaian understand, say, you have that right to move away from that. You can give your kids all the education in the world, but you cannot, at the end of the day, give them common sense. You cannot force them to think. Until let's put a distinction when we are making statements. Obia and Tai Obia, it is not personal. Now, this is Ghana. Before I do the job today, now I want to show you something. Now, see, this is under Akufo-Addo. Remember, John Mahama wasn't president for 8 years old. That thing, we need to get it in our head. John Mahama was president for less than 4 years as the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. I did to me sign executive order from 2012 to 2016. He was in court for 9 months. From 2012 in court for 9 months. A whole year, calendar year was gone. John Mahama was president from 2013 to 2016. 3 years. And she said, Oba Kumase, na unhu eye kejetia marketer. 3 years. So Oba and crying. Na unhu eye secular. Obi obedi president. 3 years. So unhu eye all the airport, whole airport, Sunyani airport. Unhu eye those edifice. Kotoka International Airport. 3 years. So Pokwase interchange, 3 years. UGMC, 3 years. All the E-blocks in Ghana, 3 years. The chip compounds, the polyclinics, this was done under 4 years. So when you come and we give you 6 years plus another 2 years, and you want to tell me, say, as we speak, you cannot point to one edifice that can save a Ghanaian. You are crazy. You don't deserve to lead me. You don't deserve to do that. You have to honorably walk away and say, I have lost it. I can't, because now I'm a drink. Say I drink it one idea, but outside I won't say I drink it. When you get in there, I drink. You need a bigger mind to rule. Now, Abrafona Omo resign every day in America and Europe, Asia. No, do you think they are foolish? No, they are sending a message by resigning and say, "Na me drink say effort." People resign conscience and when somebody releases a statement and says, I am the boss or I am the DN of this government institution, I am resigning now. That person is technically using the letter to tell you, say, I am thinking as a human being, and I am thinking I'm thinking like somebody who is not selfish, because this position, it's not my property. Somebody can also do what? Continue. So when you do the analysis, now still catch them and say, I hate Akufo-Addo. I don't hate Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo has wasted our resource. He has wasted every single thing that could have changed our lives. Because Wasime Siba, he had a smaller government. Asime City say Waba, na sika yawohono, na eden is such a sika winya from our natural resource. Time Mahama be the president from Atamos to Mahama. Oil like 2 years and the Akufo-Addo oil tune be 4 times. Gold and a tune Sambreno and the gold you tune Akufo-Addo tune be 4 times. What hasn't Akufo-Addo done? Besia Atamos to Mahama, a boy, Akufo-Addo abon 10 times. That's how you do your basic rational analysis as a human being. Politics and you're complex. And you're ding. You need to sit back and analyze. Sibia ultimate tinasika say World Cup we dear may analyze teams the performance Ghana bebe fie Morocco beko nim or semi-finals Argentina okase Morocco betima kwaje cup no. You have analyzed Morocco from day one, their participation, their team play, their strategy, how they attack and defend at the same time. You have monitored their progress of play. You have monitored the teamwork, the coordination, the cohesion. I believe Morocco can win the World Cup because Oma conceded 1 goal and it was a self-inflicted goal. You do these things before you come to that conclusion. Send out 1,000 Ghana to, and then you have done your analysis. You are opening windows and seeing which is the best window I can penetrate. And no nipa. It is a OPK NDC now PK NPP. Put your heart aside. Me trust soccer bet. Me try bet. Sometimes I bet against my own club, Manchester United. Because I know where my team the strength is. I know games they can win and games they cannot win. I am investing in the game. As much as I love Manchester United, as much as United, we have a United as good. Me team here, Manchester United and Ashanti Gold. We am share and me or boss boy. As much as I love my team, I will try and defend Manchester on WhatsApp group and be like, yeah, United there. I will still have to sit back and say, no, I am investing in this. So, dear na me person behind the back, Makuma, and I made the investing and some agony. And that is where we want to get you people to. We are Santiniba, we get it. We are Uneniba, we have it. We are Srimniba, it's fine. Now, dear na open. Ghana for Moshe Miye or third force, Ekufuaddo there, and this nyame say, and if your last kobo, you can say for bet to work Ghana government, so will you do it? You wouldn't. You don't trust them when it comes to you personally, your investment. But the whole country want us to invest in these people. Ekufuaddo has the biggest government called Jubilee House, thousands of people there. And so kwasiafo bi abroche so me third force or me freedom fighters NDC MPP are the same amount for be a company mon kwasiaboges we be $150 a person. Yeah, but just a company no idea. Kwasiafo boges we go say yeah freedom fighters MPP NDC are the same nwan nwan ma muni message kwasiafo Ekufuaddo obum abemu a monjintum. Time to the point they say, and the MPP are buying, nobody sees anything wrong with us. Imagine that this attitude, this kind of statement, this kind of disrespect to we the people who have given this man who is supposed to retire today, still taking our money. If this had happened during the NDC era, if John Mahama was president and one of his appointees of people that he has appointed to head a government institution acted or spoke like this on TV, a chief, Anka sebi kran go too for bekasa because go too for bekasa say sa enimtiana obuga na enimtiano onhwe ne ho ye. I would kamampon hine bekasa. I am saying this because sebio siema asantimemu amanfo a sebio adepa ekoso a omogye eho samrane no eyo too for say tutu ene mampon hine ene ahemfo aka enti say asem so ba na sebio panyini tifie na sebio panyini edi nkwarasem na se ye pese ye mampenifo ti ase se mo ankasa sebio mpenifo a omotene fie na yewe nanka no ye ka nankarefo a sa mpenifo no mo ka ho bi. Let me clear this before a man will be in your notion and say, Sansemna Ecosono Enocre. Let me say this. The Mamifa win chum. Now, before I be better, and there's Saturday, maybe some clear your man to be, then queen, time no day. I hope so many people, Nipa be brati a year. Max Okofi Juma Asama Waka about a year Gehok in San Yebetum, any his body language, the posture, the way he sees himself as some lord. Sebio, sometimes the people sometimes think, say, yeah, but national so we deliberately, and myself and my team, the Ghost team, we deliberately decide, say, we are going to come use some words at some people, and yes, it's the action now if or the way they react to issues, the respect they have for Ghanaians, and a better the kind of words to use at them. And there's Saturday, but we've all seen the video. It is quite despicable. It is a video I will share. It makes you feel nipe bi okruduma ye na ye sika hwem no omumuye omunwesi ejimi, but it's hard to reserve your comments and I say some kind of words because unwese some penifo we no omuye penifo a se bi omumfie ne kwanim to the point say you don't expect them occupying some positions to in fact make some utterances be because say, oh, did they just get into politics or are they now serving as public servants? But these people are people who have track record, say they have been in public service for a long time. So what will make men, adults, people we believe say when we feed you with our taxes, your words, the respect towards us, it's going to be something that we will not. In fact, at the end of the day, tell ourselves and also tell each other, say, we have made a big mistake. When you hear somebody like Maxwell Kofi Juma, I have told you over and over, this is the same man, our Gihawk, John Dramani Mahama, NSC Gihawk. Gihawk, it was renovated, completed, made into a multi-million company or a multi-million industry by John Dramani Mahama when he was in power. Now, this guy called Kofi Juma, who is also the in-law of the president. If Kofi Juma is not older than Akufo-Addo might be older than him, or they might be they might be co-equals. Now the issue here is when you listen to his body language and what he said in some Okaye, now Tiene na Oshana, sometimes young men like us who at the end of the day want some kind of respect for Ghanaians, it makes it so difficult for us to also keep our words. Now let's watch this. There are some 2 videos I'll play before I start today's show. You're still watching a Saturday night info show. Share if I can find out. Yeah, let's watch this quickly. Where is this video? Mr. S, don't worry, I have it.
Sir, you Ramax for Kofi Juma asem TAB. Say o my Ghana kwa ye to near mumu say and sound so born so no mu tumu anase gina faako.
And say dey see tu.
What tumu anasa
me ye be ya tumu ye be sa tum. And say dey e ya Kofi Juma o. Ye ba cho obi a o nsa no. O ti so obi a o ye aspirin any ye can say ye moduro adio. Ye ne nye pe o.
Yakoshi Juma.
Yakoshi Juma. Why you be here? What about brave? Now I said, they may be able to compare one more to Biano.
Timotum.
Yeah, two. Yeah, this kind of boy.
And in tomorrow, the Ben Omo and San Shady Museum.
Almost every day, they be able to. Nade. Oh, dear, what you and Jansan of Nanusu.
Obey the Asem TAB. Say, oh my Ghana, qua, yet to near Mumu, say, and sound so born so no, move tumu, and as a Janafaco.
And said, yes, here too.
What tumu and as a
me, I bet ya two, you best are two. And son, dear, and Yakoshi Juno. You are told, we are young son, or this will be our year aspirin, and you can say, you're moduro adio, you're in your pill.
Yakoshi Juma.
Yakoshi Juma. Why you be here? What about brave? Now I said, they may be able to compare one more to Biano.
Timotum.
Yeah, two. Yeah, this kind of boy.
And in tomorrow, the Ben Omo and San Shady Museum.
Almost every day, they be able to. Nade. Oh, dear, what you and Jansan of Nanusu.
Obey demonstration.
Now, and yet in Sana will be a problem. You get what I mean? In Sana between at this point, Ghana, Bibia, Yatutu Bibia Mwinti, say, if the boss of Gihawk say, Ombeto in Sema, it's not a big deal. If you also could be Yatutu say, government who say, it is the right thing to do to generate a lot of revenue. Why not? So nobody has a problem with, say, Betun Sem. But then, you look at this man who is not a kid. You look at Kofi Juma Onyakora, Nebakra, our president, Sibiu, Nimfio. But before I move forward, and maybe I'll say, this man called Kofi Jumano, wabro a year the retirement age, wabroso in the first place, and he is not supposed to be occupying that position in the first place. say omani team no say ye pese ye boa na ye bumani year. Somebody like Kofi Dwuma has to be sacked or he needs to be relieved of his position because on retirement age in Wabro. Now, a man like that, to me, I'm expecting him to. So President Kwana, I extended the time to stay. Technically, when the president extends your time to stay in office, Abra will do retirement. You have to understand, Ghanaian people who have extended your mandate. Now, his body language and the way he speaks as the MD of GHOC, which is our company, the way he speaks to we the taxpayer, the people who are feeding him, the people who are taking care of his family and himself. Sometimes it makes it difficult for young men like us, other people on different platforms, to sit back and say, can we show respect? Can we also use some very derogatory language? Obi say it matches his arrogance towards we the people. Now, for some time, I have analyzed these people and will say they are the ones almost forcing we the young ones, with all due respect, quote and unquote, with all due respect, to insult them. And say a man who is close to ABL Papa age or anti-B age, president in age, and that's when you change president, you obey use word to be I know a ding etiano. But say penny for no criminal say it makes it also difficult for us. This is the same man or take GHOC, sorry, or name Koran Koradida. Or man Koran be a press conference on one Casabaji my car say, so name Koran da na say or repeat Koran Krampa. And what is the big deal? Because Juma, this is the same man who expects us to show this kind of respect to him. And this is a man Ahimfwakasie e Kumasi, Ahimfwakasie e Ghana. They are all looking on for this man who, in the first place, illegally occupying a GHOC office, insulting we the people, making sure that GHOC runs. It's gotten to that point whereby it becomes so difficult for us to come on our platforms and show the maximum respect to the so-called seniors or elders. I say I had me how to address this issue. Because on a normal day, if the Kofi Dwuma ne baba and ne babema and a head GHOC and this kind of attitude and Osho and will be criticizing he would jump out and defend his kid. If Kofi Dwuma is somebody our company be a Sebio or expect say respect be nisika or shim, and that every statement from the MD's mouth can either go a long way to destroy the company or to make sure that the company loses that public trust and respect. He will quickly come out and release a statement. But this guy, because he knows, say, no sebio Ghana fono, ye Jimmy Kakra, ye tribe dienim, ye nyansa. So some of us will support what he's doing. So he takes a lot of encouragement. It takes a lot of motivation from we the same people, we the foolish ones, we the foolish Ghanaians. And when you watch this, is the speakable airtime to the point they say, and the MPP are buying, nobody sees anything wrong with us. Imagine that this attitude, this kind of statement, this kind of disrespect to we the people who have given this man who is supposed to retire today, still taking our money. If this had happened during the NDC era, if John Mahama was president and one of his appointees of people that he has appointed to head a government institution acted or spoke like this on TV, a chief, Anka Sebi can go to for Bekasa. Because go to for Bekasa say, Sa enimtiana, o bugan enimtiano, omshen huye. I would come on point in Bekasa. I am saying this because Sebio Siaba Asantehene. Among for Sebio Adepa Ekoswa Omoji Ehon